integrate x squared times the square root of x to the third plus 1 dx. And we're going to integrate this using substitution or use substitution. So that means we're going to look for a function u to substitute. And normally this u function is going to be something that's in an exponent or under a square root or under an exponent. So here x to the third plus 1 is what we're going to make our u. So that function that's under the square root. And that makes our du, the derivative of u, which would be 3x squared. Derivative of 1 is 0, so we don't include that, times dx. And now we need to see if these things appear. So I'm going to rewrite our integral. Integral square root x squared plus 1 times x squared dx. So I just rewrote the integral because one thing that we want to try to make happen is to have both u and du show up in our integral, because we're going to replace dx with du. But if you look, du is equal to 3x squared dx. We have x squared dx, but we need the 3. So we're going to multiply by a 3 inside the integral. That means we'll have to multiply by 1/3 outside. So I just reordered this integral so that we could see what pieces we would need. And now if you look, our u function is exactly this under the square root. So now rewriting this whole thing and substituting, we'll have 1/3 in front, integral of square root of u, because we're replacing x squared, or x to the third plus 1 with u. And then 3 x squared dx we can now replace with du. And now this is much simpler to integrate. So we have 1/3. I'm going to rewrite this as integral of u to the 1/2 du. To integrate this, we add 1 to the power, so that will be u to the 3/2, and then we divide by the new power. So divide by 3/2, and then add a constant. This will be 1/3 times 2/3 u to the 3/2 plus c, which is 2/9 u to the 3/2 plus c. Our final step is just to replace x in our function, so u is equal to x to the third plus 1, so now instead of u we're going to write x to the third plus 1. That will be 2/9, and since we have a full function we'll put it in parentheses, x to the third plus 1 to the 3/2 power plus c.